When the new year arrived here in Texas, something familiar ended. Now we are no longer required to get a vehicle safety inspection. Instead, car owners in the state will just have to pay a fee each year.
We want to talk more about this now with Daniel Armbruster with AAA-Texas. Daniel, thanks for being here. It's nice to see you, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Will and Avery.
Yeah, we mentioned there that there will not be a fee, well, there will still be a fee, we should say, for vehicle owners in lieu of that annual safety inspection. Talk to us about how much that will be and where people might be able to go to pay that.
Yeah, so there will be a $7.50 fee that will go towards what inspection fees covered. So simply that could be like highway construction, expansion, etc. Now you can go to the Texas DMV website to renew your registration and pay that fee. You can also go to AAA-Texas branch offices in the Austin and Round Rock area to renew your registration and pay that fee. But certainly, there will still be also a process in place for residents in Travis and Williamson counties that deals with emissions testing. You will still have to have your emissions system tested to make sure that that passes. But the overall inspection of the vehicle, the horn, the lights, etc., that is going away or is now gone.
So what does this mean for people who may be driving a new car here in Texas?
So you will still have to get a 2-year registration fee paid, and that's about $16. But you will not have to have your vehicle inspected on an annual basis any further, unless you live in one of the larger metro areas. The emissions system will still need to be tested.
Daniel, even though an annual vehicle inspection is no longer mandatory, what would you still recommend for drivers to do each year?
It's really important that you follow your vehicle's owner's manual and look at how often maintenance is required. You know, some vehicles are, say, every 5,000 miles or every 6 months. Just read your vehicle owner's manual. Make sure that you're following that. Some of the top roadside mechanical issues we see at AAA-Texas when it comes to roadside emergencies are, for instance, flat tires, dead batteries, engine problems. If your check engine light's on, if your tires are worn, they no longer are suitable to drive on, those are things you obviously want to take care of immediately. AAA does have a free community program called Approved Auto Repair. You can go to AAA.com and find a local trusted mechanic in your area that's been vetted by AAA to go to that trusted mechanic for any of your automotive needs. But certainly it's important to find that trusted mechanic and continue to have your vehicle routinely looked at just as prescribed in your vehicle owner's manual.
So you mentioned some cars are still required to get those annual emissions inspections. So talk about that. I think that might be where it gets confusing for drivers. Who do those still apply to, and how will that work?
Yeah, so there's 17 counties in the state of Texas that still will require the emission system to be tested. And that includes Travis and Williamson County. So that will affect many people in central Texas. And what that does is it tests the emission system to make sure that the right amount of exhaust is coming from your vehicle. It's not polluting the air, and it's there to protect the air quality so that we all breathe safer and healthier air.
And if you're wondering about more information on some of these things, we have a breakdown on KXAN.com. But for now, Daniel Armbruster with AAA-Texas, we appreciate you being here as always. Thanks again.
Happy New Year. Thank you.